Hello everyone and welcome back to Easy Dentistry. Now coming towards the end of the chapter bacterial infections of the oral cavity, the second last lecture in this chapter, the cat scratch disease. This is a very short lecture but this topic is very important. Many questions are asked in the exams from this topic, MCQs as well as short answer question. So let's begin. But before that, please make sure that you have subscribed to our channel and also put on the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new lecture, you get an update. So cat scratch disease, the other names of cat scratch disease is cat scratch fever, benign lymphoreticulosis, benign non-bacterial regional lymphadenitis. So remember these three alternative names for cat scratch disease. The disease was first reported by Debre and co-workers in the year 1950. It is common in UK and US and it is rare in India. The causative organism is Bartonella henselae. So remember the causative organism for cat scratch disease, that is Bartonella henselae, which is a gram-negative bacillus which is demonstrable by silver stain. So remember another important question here, the staining of Bartonella henselae, it is demonstrable by silver stains. The clinical features, this disease occur at any age but predominantly it affects children and young adults. And it occurs due to a bite or a scratch on the skin which is done by a household cat. This bite or a scratch causes traumatic break in the skin. So if a household cat scratches you or bites you, then a break appears in your skin. And the organism enter into the skin. At the site of injury, the first lesion is a papule or a pustule or a vesicle. So here is the classic papule of cat scratch disease occurring at the site of entry of the organism. It takes 1 to 3 weeks for the regional lymphadenitis to occur. So cat is just a carrier of the organism Bartonella henselae. So in cat scratch disease, cat is not the etiology but it is just a carrier for the microorganism. The lymph nodes which are affected by the cat scratch disease are painful, enlarged and the skin is inflamed. The lymphadenitis may persist from 1 to 6 months. The regional lymphadenitis, now see here, the cat has bitten on the hand and there appears axillary lymphadenitis in this patient. Early stage may exhibit low-grade fever, headache, chills, nausea, malaise and abdominal pain. There may be a non-pruritic macular or maculopapular rash on the body of the patient, parotid swelling, conjunctivitis, and in severe cases, grand mal seizures may occur. Now, another important question or point to remember in cat scratch disease is the terminology oculoglandular syndrome of Parinot. So what is this oculoglandular syndrome of Parinot? It is a characteristic feature of the cat scratch disease which is made up of two features, localized granuloma of the eye and periauricular lymphadenopathy. So the eye is affected by granuloma and the ear is affected by lymphadenopathy. So here you can see the ocular granuloma. Here it is more prominent, the ocular granuloma, and there is periauricular. Around the ear there is lymphadenopathy. Now the lymph nodes may undergo necrosis or suppuration resulting into soft fluctuant swellings which may ultimately result into abscesses. Now, cat scratch disease may resemble any granulomatous disease. So, the differential diagnosis of cat scratch disease may be tularemia, tuberculosis, lymphogranuloma venereum, infectious mononucleosis, Hodgkin's disease, and lymphosarcoma. Diagnosis: positive patients may show positive intradermal skin test for antigens. Now, in indirect immunofluorescent antibody test and ELISA test may also be done for the diagnosis. Histologic features: the lymph nodes in cat scratch disease show lymphoreticuloendothelial hyperplasia, and there is destruction of the lymph node architecture. There is formation of focal granulomas, suppuration, necrosis, and capsular thickening. There may be presence of epithelioid cells and multinucleated giant cells. Warthin-Starry silver staining method. Now remember this Warthin-Starry silver staining method is the method to demonstrate the causative organism, and if sample is taken from the area of necrosis and stained with this silver staining method, you can easily see the causative organism. Another method is the Brown-Hopps gram staining method, which highlight the bacilli in the smear. Now the prognosis is quite good. The disease is self-limiting and regress in weeks or months. In severe cases, incision and drainage of the lymph nodes may be done, and use of antibiotics may be recommended. The next lecture will be the final lecture on bacterial infections of the oral cavity. In that lecture, we will be studying pyogenic granuloma and pyostomatitis vegetans. Please subscribe to our channel if you have not yet done. That's all for now. Happy studying.